In a time of social media, being truly connected or socially connected to others is lacking. Social connection is very important to people, and my psychology class taught me something that troubled me. The effects of social ostracism, which is social rejection, exclusion, or lack of connections, are disastrous. I realized that thriving in society is a necessity socially and an important need for people. I, as a single person, cannot create personal connections with everyone, but I can try to make others feel better and give them the boost needed to create social connections. Because I have my own experiences with ostracism, I'm so passionate about this topic. The funny thing is that the day that we learned about this in AP Psychology, I was already having a bad day socially, and we were learning about its effects in class, and I was like, damn, really? The day I am already annoyed and feeling like this, we learned about it in class, but it was okay. The important thing, though, was its effects. Ostracism triggers the parts of the brain that register physical pain. So when you get left out or you feel excluded, you're so troubled because your brain registers it as physical pain. This is why things like this are so troubling for people. And me personally, I can relate to this a lot. I, like other people, just wish that things were different for me socially. It's so difficult for me to talk to other people and get into conversations. I feel like everyone hates me and I don't know what to do. If I say something, I'm inserting myself and projecting. If I don't say anything, I'm weird and just there. I want to have a friend group and I want to have people who are there for me no matter my mood. I want to be missed and valued. Sometimes I feel so lonely and I know it's all my fault, but I don't know how to stop it. I feel like I'm the last option or resort for people. I'm never number one. People always prefer someone else over me, and I know so many people can relate to this. I don't want to be socially awkward. I want to be happy. I want to be liked. I wish I was funnier. I wish I knew the things to say at the right time. And I can't expect people to go out of their way to include me, because I don't want to be that kid that they have trouble talking to because they feel drained with after. But I just want people to love me and like me at least. I want people to want to include me, to want me there. I want to be thought of when inviting people or included in the group of friends. But I'm never that friend. I'm always the person in the back who gets left out and people forget about and people laugh about. I feel like when I meet new people, they start to like me, and then eventually, as time goes on, they forget about me or they start to dislike me. I feel like I do things without meaning to. I say things that might be weird. I make jokes that people might not find funny, and I become that person that nobody cares about, that people leave out, that people don't want to be with, because I just never know what to say. I'm so awkward and I don't know when to tell a person I like your hair or I like your outfit. I'll tell them after they've been wearing it for a week or they've had their hair like that for a while, and I become the kid who's like, why didn't you say it before? What were you doing this entire time? I just don't know where I am and who likes me. I always feel like everyone just has something against me, and at the same time it's my fault and I need to do something about it, but I don't know what to do because I feel so lonely and alone. I used to have a friend group, one that I was not very comfortable in, and I still value my friendship with those people, but as a group I was the one that was excluded. I was the last resort. I was the weird one. I was the one who could never catch a break. I was very strong-headed in my opinion, so I was considered to be the one who just wanted to fight. I took debate, and so people considered me as the one who argued. I was not the pretty one. I've always been feeling very insecure about how I look, and being in that friend group just made it worse. They did things that unintentionally that made me feel put down. And now, since I've stopped talking to them or sitting with them at lunch because of things like this, I forgot that I also need to make new friends or to be in a friend group. And that is not necessarily that's a necessity. but I just want to be included, and social relationships are important to me. And so being in a position where people don't really care or I don't have friends is just hard for me. It's so lonely and it's so frustrating because I know it's all because of me, but I also wish people cared more about me. But people can't care unless you make an effort yourself, and I don't know what to do. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Because I know that I've tried and I've put in the effort once in a while. I know it's not enough, but I know I've done something, and I just want to know where I went wrong. And I wish I had someone to tell me that. You know, that kid that you won't tell nobody likes them because you don't want to be mean. Well, I don't mind if people tell me what's wrong with me, because I am very willing to change, and I want to make things better for myself. It's not like I don't have friends or something. I have friends, but those certain friends that I have their own friend group. And so if it is time to, after a school event, that people go out and hang out with their friends, I'm not going to be invited because I'm not part of the group. And I just wish that I was that person that they thought of and was like, you know what, let's invite her too. But at the same time, I also have to make myself seem a bit included, or I have to show that I'm okay with them. In a sense that what I'm saying is, I can't be awkward and be like, the moment I figure out they're going somewhere, be like, okay, I'm leaving now, bye. But I'm just so scared of being that person who doesn't get invited at the end and just stands there like a fool, that I leave and I run away. And I know that's on me, and I just wish I was better at it, but I don't know what to do about it. Things like this, just experiences like this, are very common for me at this point, because I don't have a friend group anymore. I do not have that many friends at all anymore. I don't have people that I text. I'm the one who's always bored. I'm the one who has no friends to call. I'm the one who doesn't have people to hang out, and that makes me sad, because I am a person who loves being social and talking to other people, but at the same time I'm so insecure at this point because I feel like everyone hates me and things have not been working out, and I just don't know what to do, and I wish things were better. It's just the thing about not being considered or thought about. I'm never number one, and at this point I'm not trying to be number one for someone else. I just want to be part of the group that is thought of, but sometimes I'm not even the last resort. I'm not even considered. Being the last resort is equally as frustrating, but at least I would have been invited, or I would have been thought about, but I'm not anymore. And I can't expect people to suddenly invite me because they have their own friend groups and things going on, but it's just, I watch other people, and sometimes some people find it so easy to find new people, and I'm just so bad at it. Like, I don't know what's wrong with me and what's with the things I say, but it's hard for me to find people, and a lot of people are good at it, but I'm not one of them. And it might seem like I don't really care, or I just don't want to talk to anyone. I'm just the one that's sitting at lunch being quiet, not knowing what to, not saying anything. But that's because I never know what to say. I'm scared that they're going to laugh at me, that I'm not going to be included, no one's going to respond to me. I just have so many fears and so many insecurities, and it's all on me, and I have no reassurance, and I just wish things were different. I mean, I have talked to some friends about this, like, once in a while, and told them how I felt, but they have their own friend groups, they have their own people, and they have their own problems, and I in no way expect anyone else to take that whole burden of my problems on them, because that's just unfair, and that's when people start actually, like, feeling drained when they talk to you. That's the last thing I would want. But I just wish people would, like, actually consider and think about me, and just go out of their way once in a while to include me. But then again, that's not their fault. It's about me not doing anything or probably putting in an effort. I'm not saying this so that people feel pity for me or feel bad, But I know there's so many people that can relate to experiences like this, and I just want them to know that they're not the only ones, they're not alone, and that maybe one day, hopefully, things will get better for them. And, I want to do something to help others, and I didn't know what way to do it, how to express myself. And because I've been very insecure with everything, I decided that anonymously I would start something where I could share my thoughts and experiences with people, and hopefully, if someone finds me along their journey, they'll have someone to relate to and someone who makes them feel better about themselves because they're not the only one.